Hey friends, it's Coco Kimonio, and this is what happened in the Blackwood Prologue quest from the Elder Scrolls Online. This is the full story video, but there's also a TLDR short summary video if you just want a general idea of what happened. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my other summary and story videos. Here's the full story of the Blackwood Prologue quest.
Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks. Hear ye and be inspired. I have heard the word of the dread lady, and those words have led me to you. I bring you greetings and a message from my lovely and powerful mistress. Prepare to be enlightened.
Greetings and a message?
Well, the greeting is actually from me. My mistress isn't big on the niceties of social interaction. The message, however, is definitely meant for you. You look just like the person she showed me in my vision dream.
You had a vision dream about me?
Relax, it was a perfectly innocent vision dream. An image in my head so I'd recognize you, you understand. She ordered me to deliver a letter. The one over there on that table, actually. May the blessings of the Dread Lady be upon you, chosen mortal.
All right, I'll read the letter.
My mistress's letter waits over there. I had to put it down. For some reason, carrying it all this way made my skin itch and my head tingle, and not in a good way. Only you can read it, or so the Dread Lady informed me.
Tell me more about the person who sent me this message.
I am too lowly to speak of my mistress in anything more than euphemisms and hushed tones. She is the darkness and the dead of night, the arcane fire burning in Oblivion. I am but her humble prophet. If you want to know more, then read the letter.
You're some kind of cultist, aren't you?
I am a prophet, charged with carrying the words of the Dread Lady herself. Cultist, however, is an insulting term. I am a true believer, a faithful servant of, well, of an entity I'd rather not mention in a public space. Makes the locals nervous.
Does a Dagon cult have in this place? Flee?
Do your worst, Dremora. I'll tell you nothing.
I'll squeeze the knowledge out of... Damn. I forgot how fragile mortals can be. I sense... Yes. You are the mortal I sent for, and not a moment too soon. Good. I attempted to get this Mehrunes Dagon cultist to enlighten me. He refused. I may have insisted a bit too vigorously, but it was his own fault.
Why is a Daedra asking me for help?
Technically, I am a Dremora, but yes, my origins are Daedric. I was investigating the activities of these followers of Mehrunes Dagon when I ran into... an obstacle. It pains me to admit it, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need assistance.
What kind of assistance are we talking about?
An Imperial cache lies beyond that concealed doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has been warded to prevent anyone, including those of my kind, from passing through. I require a capable mortal to shatter the ward so we can see what's hidden inside.
How do I shatter the ward?
Take this amulet. I went to great trouble to acquire it. With it, you should be able to shatter the ward and open the hidden storehouse. We must find the secrets locked inside before the Dagonists do. The fate of your world hangs in the balance.
All right. I'll try to shatter the ward.
The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't got all day.
What do you hope to find in the concealed annex?
I acquired a map from the Mehrunes Dagon cultists that indicates an Imperial cache is hidden inside. I want to reach that cache before they do, and find out what Emperor Leovic thought was important enough to hide from mortals and Daedra alike.
You mentioned the fate of the world. Care to elaborate?
Don't the actions of the Daedric princes, when turned in this direction, always concern the fate of this particular ball of mud? The Longhouse Emperors have protected a secret for 3 generations. A secret that involves Mehrunes Dagon.
And you think that secret is dangerous?
A secret guarded from mortals and Daedra alike that involves the Prince of Destruction? I do not think the threat could be any more clear if they painted us a picture. What form that threat will take, however, that is what I hope to ascertain.
Why do you care? I thought all Daedra were evil.
How remarkably narrow-minded you mortals can be. What is your definition of evil? Do I care for the lives of mortals? No. Do you care for the lives of ants that crawl beneath your feet? Our interests are aligned at this time. That should suffice.
If the ward is in place, why are you concerned about the cultists reaching the cache first?
I saw the Dagonists use magic to temporarily disable the ward. Their power is limited, however, and the ward reasserted itself before I could follow them. Only power akin to the amulet can totally destroy the ward.
Where did you get the amulet you gave me?
Do you assume I am without resources? That I do not have connections in both the Mundus and throughout the plains of Oblivion? I have given you the amulet, and it will do its job. Nothing else matters, little mortal.
Why don't you just use the amulet yourself? Why do you need me?
The protective ward is deadly to Daedra. As a mortal, you are perfectly immune to any such dangers. The ward simply bars your way. Besides, the amulet can only be used by a mortal. That's part of the reason it can destroy the ward.
So the ward won't hurt me.
As a mortal, you are immune to the harmful effects of the protective ward. As long as it is in place, however, it will prevent either of us from passing through the warded doorway. That is its primary function, after all.
Who's Mehrunes Dagon?
Mehrunes Dagon is one of the Daedric princes, the Lords of Oblivion. Specifically, he is the Prince of Destruction, Revolution, and Ambition. Natural disasters are his forte, though some consider him nothing more than a god of bloodshed and betrayal.
Why do the activities of a Mehrunes Dagon cult concern you?
Concern? I am not concerned. I am curious. Secrets intrigue me. If anyone should be concerned, little mortal, it is you.
Why should I be concerned?
When a cult devoted to the god of destruction performs mysterious deeds upon your doorstep, there's a good chance your home will soon be engulfed in fire, devoured by earthquakes, or submerged in a raging flood. And by your home, I mean Nirn. ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside. I sense more wards ahead. Deal with them. I shall wait here. I sense additional wards deeper within. Deal with them and see if the Imperial caches remain intact. I shall wait here until the danger is past. But stay alert, little mortal. The Dagon cultists can be dangerous in large numbers.
You can sense these wards?
Yes. Now that I've studied the energy, I can detect it quite clearly. Getting through the initial ward must have expended a tremendous amount of power. I suspect the cultists haven't recovered enough as yet to replicate their earlier efforts.
So we still have time to get to the caches first.
If you cease your prattling and get on with it, yes. But do hurry. And remember, I cannot risk getting too close to these wards, so you'll need to deal with the Dagonists on your own. You destroyed the wards. I felt each one shatter in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find?
I found a scroll bearing the seal of Emperor Leovic, schematics for a vault, and a map of Gratwood.
Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read. Interesting.
What do you make of the schematics?
Architectural plans from the looks of it, and not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No, these plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously, strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing.
And what do you think the map signifies?
It marks a location in Grotwood, Ne Salas, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep the amulet. It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll. This portal will take you to Ne Salas. Raid the caches while I deal with the ensorcelled scroll.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. Hey, you don't look like a cultist. Damn it all to Hermaeus Mora's nether regions! If you aren't one of the damn cultists and you aren't one of the Covenant soldiers, then what in the name of Oblivion's stinky armpit are you doing down here?
I'm looking for Imperial caches in a hidden annex chamber.
Imperial caches? Really? That's funny. That's exactly what brought me here. But then I found this band of wood elves under assault by Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. You positive you aren't one of the cultists?
I'm trying to get to the cache before the cultists find it.
All right. The enemy of my enemy and all that. Just like in the Investigator Vale stories. I suppose I can trust you. For now. The cultists answer to someone called Doombringer Eshel, and he's got some kind of scholar lady at his side.
Do you know where the cache is located?
Farther in, I'm guessing. The cultist leader paid off the soldiers and they just let them wander on through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves out of here and then follow after you. We can meet up when you find the cultists.
Who are you again?
I'm just a young wood elf with a good bow and a thirst for adventure. I plan to make a name for myself, and this seems like the perfect opportunity. Provided I don't get sacrificed in some stupid Daedric ceremony along the way.
What do you mean, a name for yourself?
Cracked acorns! You established adventurers don't understand. When you're starting out, it's hard to become recognized as a real hero. But that's what I want to be. Just like in the Investigator Vale and Green Hood stories.
Why are you after an Imperial cache?
I found a journal in Black Drake Villa, a hidden refuge of the Longhouse Emperors. It was in some kind of code, so it took me a while to figure out what it said. Well, actually, I had someone decipher it for me.
What did the journal say?
Even deciphered, the journal didn't make much sense. Emperor Lyranth wrote it. Lots of crazy talk about annexes around Tamriel where he hid caches related to something he called the Emperor's Secret. I decided to investigate, so here I am.
What can you tell me about Doombringer Eshel?
Not much. I heard a few of the cultists mention his name. Said it with a mixture of awe and respect. I think they're afraid of him. I noticed that the woman scholar stayed close to the leader's side. She was explaining the history of this place. Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
The cultists. They destroyed the ward and marched right in. This whole situation, it's gone roots up faster than a Nord eats pie.
What happened to you?
We were trying to get back to the others, avoiding the soldiers as best we could. But we ran right into the cultists. They wounded me, but I played dead. Watched the scholar lady work her magic and break the ward. I headed inside and...
Take your time. Then what happened?
A wood elf slipped out of the shadows. But not one of my mates. Said her name was Everly Sharp Arrow. She made sure I wasn't bleeding too badly, and went in after the cultists.
Are you going to be all right?
Don't shake any branches on my account. I just need a moment, and then I'll sneak out of this place. Can't say the same about my mates, though. But if you plan to help Everly and do something about those cultists, you better get a move on.
Hey, over here! You need to see this! What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the scholar lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache.
How did you get down here so quickly?
What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore apple.
That journal that led you here, did it happen to mention anything about the fate of the world?
That's an odd question. I was hired to find another book at Black Drake Villa and came across the journal. I was curious and I had some time, so I had the journal deciphered. Turned out to be a lot of ramblings. Emperor Lyranth was either crazy or...
Or what?
desperate. The coded message had that sort of air about it. But yes, he alluded to some end-of-the-world level stuff along with the rest of his crazy. I came here to see if there was any truth to the danger, to go along with his obvious delusions.
We must recover the Daedric weapons, Petty. Bring me the contents of that cache as soon as you have them.
I will not fail, Doombringer. I'll have the wards down momentarily. Interesting. This room is different. Perhaps a deviation in providing. Complex. More layers than previous wards. Wait. I sense intruders. Keep them back while I finish my work. This ward, it appears to require a special key.
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
Deal with the interlopers.
Eat arrows, creepy cult lady! My arrows always strike true! Can you open that Imperial cache? Hang on, let me try. Hey, that actually worked! Look out! Daedra!
Lower your weapon, elf. I'll confer with the other mortal after they search the cache.
What did you find? Anything interesting in there?
The wood elf appears to be agitated. Or is that how she portrays excitement? Nevertheless, go on and show her what you discovered first. I wouldn't want her to explode from the anticipation. I saw that happen once with a Daedroth. Made quite a mess.
Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors?
No secrets. At least, none that I could tell. Just a signet ring and a scroll written in code.
Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too.
Where can we find this contact of yours?
Not far from here. Just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there.
Tell me more about this contact of yours that can break Imperial codes.
Let's just say I've known him for a very long time and I trust him with my life. Like I said, he translated the journal I found. The one written by Emperor Lyranth that led me here. Tell me why we should trust that Daedra lady, though.
I don't trust her. Not completely. But she's trying to figure this out. Same as us.
All right, if you say so. I suppose if she's willing to help, we have to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to watch her like a hawk, though. You never count your seeds before they sprout, my great-aunt Laurel always said.
Now that you've satisfied the wood elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal.
I found Emperor Lyranth's signet ring and a scroll written in an Imperial code.
We already knew this concerned Emperor Lyranth, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment.
You'd leave us to deal with this on our own, even though the fate of the world may be at stake?
The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. But do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code.
Evely knows someone in Eldenroot who can decipher the code.
So, the wood elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Elden route to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the wood elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful.
I'll ask her. Were you able to open the ensorcelled scroll we found at the other annex?
Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it even as we speak. Go, little mortal. Solve the mysteries before you while I ponder the various clues we've pulled together. I will find you when one of us has something new to report. This portal shall take you to Elden Root. Do not dally. I sense there's more to this mystery than the politics of emperors.
A Daedric portal? Do you suppose it's safe? All right, all right. If I wasn't in a hurry, though, I'd be looking for a different form of transportation. I'll see you in Elden Root. Friend, meet Baragon. Baragon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you.
Evely says you have something for me to look at.
Yes, but it's written in code. Can you decipher it?
Let me take a look. Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code.
Here, we found this ring alongside the scroll.
You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time?
Evely is your sister.
My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Evely says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target.
You were an adventurer and a scribe?
Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Evely's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there, deciphered and everything.
Well, what did the scroll say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret?
Here, it talks about secrets, ambitions, and the Emperor's steward, someone named Feral Lupus.
Feral Lupus? He hired me to investigate Blackdrake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document, it mentions the person who hired me, Feral Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway.
Tell me more about this book you recovered.
Feral Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Blackdrake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperors' hidden retreats. I found it and a journal. The one that led me to Nasalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words.
What do you mean you can't read it?
It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business.
I'll go with you to Riften to deliver the book.
I never actually met with Feral Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary. A mage named Rena. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there.
What else do you know about Feral Lupus?
Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or a book collector or something. I had no idea he was the steward of the last Longhouse Emperor. We never met, just exchanged letters until he sent me to Rena.
And what should I know about Rena?
Rena's some kind of mage. She gave me the final instructions for my mission to the villa and handed over the gold. Well, the first payment. I'm promised more when I deliver the book. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get a fair share of the reward.
Tell me more about the book you were sent to retrieve from Blackdrake Villa.
Neither Farrell's letters nor my discussion with Rena provided much information. They told me where to look and gave me a map. It had a description of the book written in the corner. I've been carrying it around for a while now. It's difficult.
Difficult how?
It's hard to describe. It's like carrying a weight, but not like a heavy pack or anything. More like a burden, a constant worry that never subsides. I've also had dreams lately. Bad ones. But I don't want to talk about them. Not yet.
Why didn't you deliver the book as soon as you retrieved it?
Those feelings weren't there at the beginning. Plus, I found that journal. I took it to my brother to decipher. By then, I realized the Longhouse Emperors were hiding something. I wanted to know more. So, I went to Salis, met you, and here we are.
Did you show your brother the book? Maybe he can translate it.
Yeah, I thought of that. He took one look at the thing and handed it right back to me. Said it wasn't any language he ever saw and wanted nothing to do with it. Some brother, right? Friend! Over here! You made it! I'm glad you're here. I wasn't looking forward to facing Rena alone. Not after what we found out.
Are you sure Rena is here?
Yeah, I spotted her in the main hall. Look, I've been thinking. Since Farrell, Lupus, and Rena weren't totally honest with me, I might as well use an intermediary of my own. Plus, something's not right about all this. Will you talk to Rena for me?
I'll go talk to Rena, but what do you mean that something's not right?
I'm not sure, but I want to keep watch. I've had the feeling that someone's been following me since I arrived in Riften. I might be acting like a cracked acorn, but better safe than sorry, right?
Nonsense. Magic underlies and defines nature. Aspect of magic.
And the powers we employ in our spellcraft?
That's the arcane aspect of magic.
Is there something I can help you with?
I represent Evely Sharp Arrow. She wants to turn over the item you sent her to recover.
Evely? She found Farrell's book? Oh, that's wonderful news. But why is Evely standing way over there? And why are you talking to me instead of her? What's this all about, stranger?
When Evely found out that you hadn't been completely honest with her, she decided to be cautious.
Not completely honest. Just what are you implying? Is Evely attempting to change the terms of our deal? Farrell offered a fair price for what he asked her to do.
We know that Farrell Lupus was Emperor Leovik's steward.
Quiet! If certain ears heard those words, our lives wouldn't be worth a hawker's blister. I suppose it's time for Evely to meet Farrell. We have a house here in Riften, around the corner from the bank. Just knock 2 times or he won't respond.
Over here, Initiate.
Head for Rena's house. I'll be right behind you.
Help! Help me!
That doesn't sound good. Hurry, let's get inside.
Farrell? No, 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 no!
Oh, Renna. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Farrell! I told him to forget about the past, but did he listen? No!
Farrell Lupus was murdered. Does this have something to do with Emperor Leovic's secret?
You know about that? Maybe. Probably. Farrell never told me a lot about his time serving the Emperor, but I knew it was on his mind recently. That's why he hired Evely. He said he wanted to make things right.
So, who do you think killed him? I found this sheet of paper on his body.
A sheet of... Oh, gods! That's a sign of the Dark Brotherhood. They assassinated my poor Farrell, and all because of something that should have stayed buried with the damn Longhouse Emperors.
Tell us what you know about this secret. Everything we found so far led us here.
Then I guess you've reached a dead end. Farrell never told me much, just that he needed the book he sent Evely to find. That he had to correct a terrible mistake. He also mentioned that Leovic told him things, but he never got into specifics.
I'm sorry Farrell Lupus was killed. But what should Evely do with the book he sent her to find?
I don't care about the book. I want nothing to do with it. If the Dark Brotherhood thinks I know anything, they'll come after me. And you as well. You should forget about Farrell and Leovic and that book. Forget about them and go far, far away.
You said Leovic told Farrell things, but you don't know specifics. Anything you can remember may help.
You know, things. State secrets, I suppose. Hidden dreams, wild desires. Farrell helped raise the Emperor. They were close. Or as close as the most powerful man in the world and his steward can be. Once, Farrell mentioned another secret.
Did this secret involve something called the Four Ambitions?
Ambitions? No, I don't recall any mention of that. Farrell didn't say much, just referred to something as the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. I got the feeling it had something to do with Daedra worship, and some sort of weapons. That's all I know.
Come on, let's talk outside. I'll meet you out back under the dock. What do you think? Did the Dark Brotherhood really assassinate Farrell Lupus? Is this book he sent me to retrieve really that important? I'm not sure what we should do next, so if you have any ideas, I can't wait to hear them.
We have a strange book, a secret that may concern the fate of the world, and a murdered steward.
That about sums it up. Plus the dreams I've been having. Ever since I found that book, I've been having the most strange and disturbing dreams.
What kind of dreams?
Nothing specific. I'm always someplace. A forest, a town. Then the ground starts to shake or fire erupts all around me. Once the place was flooded by a deluge of water. And there are always 4 animals watching from a nearby hill.
What kind of animals?
A huge boar, a fox, and a pair of identical rams. Weird, huh? You know, I'm attributing the dreams to the book, but it could be something I ate. My diet has been all over the place these past few weeks.
That's interesting, but it doesn't really help us at the moment.
Oh, great. The scary Daedra lady is back.
Flattery and cuteness will get you nowhere, elf. Come, little mortal. I have information. Say thank you, little mortal. I have read the ensorcelled scroll, and I know where we need to go next on our quest to learn Leovic's secret. Unless, that is, you and the elf discovered something in the coded documents.
The coded message led us to Leovic's steward, but he was murdered by the Dark Brotherhood.
The assassins who follow Mephala? Or are they the ones who serve the Void? No matter. My information actually concerns the secret we seek to uncover. According to the ensorcelled scroll, there is another cache annex beneath the Imperial City.
There's something beneath the Imperial City?
Yes, hidden in the Imperial sewers. I will open a portal that will get you close to the annex, but you will need to deal with the wards. For all their reverence of the Daedra, these Longhouse Emperors certainly went out of their way to keep us out.
All right, let's go see what's waiting for us in the Imperial sewers.
Oh, not me, little mortal. I have no intention of slogging through the muck and the sludge when you are more than capable of handling that. I shall catch up to you after you have dealt with the wards. Go on now, and take the wood elf with you.
Another portal? Don't Daedra have flying horses or something? Did I hear that correctly? Sewers? Do you know what's in sewers? Sewage! It's disgusting! All right. Let's just get going before I change my mind. So these are the Imperial sewers. Fancy. The ward's down. The cultists must be inside. Go slow. Let's not alert the cultists until absolutely necessary. Look! A cache! And it's still warded!
These treasures belong to the Order of the Waking Flame.
The Longhouse Emperors really did it. They made a deal with Mehrunes Dagon.
Another sacrifice for Lord Dagon!
Emperor Leovic wrote that, but it's not in code. If those counselors know the secret, their lives are in danger. Blood for Lord Dagon! The cult's trying to contact Mehrunes Dagon. Let's find that shrine.
Mehrunes Dagon, show me where to find your 4 ambitions.
Step through the portal and prove your worth to the Lord of Fire and Flood.
To walk upon the sacred sands of the Deadlands. You honor me, Lord Dagon.
I don't believe it. Is this really Oblivion? Why do you think he named this place the Deadlands? Looks more like the really hot lands to me.
I gave the mortals everything they requested, and yet we come to this.
Your acolyte, the leader of our order. He sent me to find the 4 ambitions, Lord Dagon. The leader of the Waking Flame sent me to finish what the Black Drake started.
I have invested a significant amount of effort into the 4 ambitions.
The ambitions must be some sort of weapons. We can't let them fall into the hands of this cult.
And yet, the ambitions have been misplaced, and the bargain struck remains unfulfilled.
Then command me, Lord Dagon. I shall do whatever you ask.
You want my ambitions? Then prove your worth and destroy the intruders.
Arise, Krasgoth! Destroy those who would defy Lord Dagon! Then face me directly, unbelievers!
You bested my follower, mortals. So I shall permit you to leave my realm with your lives. Step through the portal and be gone.
A portal from Oblivion? And you, little mortal, emerging with hardly a scratch? Come, tell me everything. You never cease to intrigue me, little mortal. Is that the distinct scent of Mehrunes Dagon and the Deadlands that lingers about you like a cloud of flesh flies? Never mind about that. Tell me what you learned and how you ended up in Dagon's realm.
The Waking Flame cultists were in the Annex when we arrived.
Yes. The Order of the Waking Flame has been particularly persistent in trying to run down this secret for themselves. Speaking of which, did you learn any more about Leovik's secret?
I found a record of a bargain made between Dukarok the Black Drake and Mehrunes Dagon.
Interesting. I recall something about that. The mortal who went on to become the first of the Longhouse Emperors attempted to make deals with a number of the Daedric princes, my own lord included. Any indication about the terms of this bargain?
Some sort of weapons, the 4 ambitions, and I found a list, people who apparently know the secret.
Well, little mortal, your course is clear. We have barely plumbed the depths of this mystery. You must find the people on this list and discover the truth of the 4 ambitions. Meanwhile, I have other avenues to explore.
Now that the scary Daedra lady is gone, let's talk. That was kind of exciting. I've never been to any part of Oblivion before. A lot of it felt familiar, though, like places I've seen in my dreams lately. Anyway, thanks to everything we learned, I know exactly what needs to happen next.
What needs to happen next, Evely?
We need to find the people on that list. Warn them about the Dark Brotherhood. See what they can tell us about the ambitions. And what I should do with this book. Hey, thanks, by the way. I never got the rest of my pay, but I can spare this for now. I'll start the search in Lyranth. That's where Chief Counselor Leviticus was, last I heard. Think he's helping to govern the city or something. Once I get the lay of the land, I'll send word to you. You know, in case you still want to help and all.
Will you be alright hanging on to that strange book?
I think so. This all started when Varl Lupus sent me to find this book, and that put me on the trail of Emperor Lyranth's secret. Now we know that the secret concerns a deal made with Mehrunes Dagon and something called the 4 ambitions.
But we don't know any specifics.
Well, we know the Dark Brotherhood murdered Varl Lupus, who turned out to be the Emperor's steward. And we know that the Waking Flame are Dagonists seeking the ambitions. In Lyranth's notes, the ambitions were described as some sort of weapons.
And Lyranth believes all of this concerns the fate of our world.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about the scary Daedra lady, but her ominous warning makes my leaves shudder. If Mehrunes Dagon has his sights set on Tamriel, we're in for all sorts of disasters. Whatever the Longhouse Emperors promised, it can't be good.
Lyranth's notes also listed other people besides Varl Lupus who also know about the secret.
Right. I'm not an expert on Imperial politics, but I recognize Leviticus's name. He was on the Elder Council before the Empire fell. I remember listening to a herald in Eldenroot. They brought news that Leviticus was alive and serving in Lyranth.
What do you know about Lyranth?
Not a lot, really. I've never been up in that area. As far as I know, it's an Imperial city on the Topal Bay. So far, it's been able to keep the Three Banners War mostly away from its borders. Or so the heralds have reported.
How will you convince Leviticus that he may be in danger?
I don't know. I usually just make things up along the way. I suppose I'll offer my assistance and see what happens. Once I make some contacts, I'll send word. If you're still interested in solving this mystery, you can meet me then.
And that was the full story of the Blackwood Prologue quest. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends and guildmates. You should also check out my other summary and story videos. This is Coco Camonio, and I wish you a good game.